Thanks for watching Afternoon Live. Our next guest is a fashion expert, entrepreneur, and proud owner of a rescue dog who changed her life forever. She's now encouraging others to adopt shelter dogs with her new children's book, Charlie at the Palm Springs Hotel. We welcome Lara Eurdolian and Charlie. Great to see both of you.
Great to see you. Thank you for having us.
Best dressed dog on the show by far. So, Lara, tell me Charlie's initial story of how you found him, because the book is inspired by true events.
Absolutely. So I was on a trip to Palm Springs, hence Palm Springs, since he's a little Pomeranian. And the hotel I was staying at had this wonderful pet adoption program where they let one dog live in the lobby and guests could sign them out and walk him. And so I was walking Charlie every day. It helps socialize the dog. It helps guests, put them up on their social media and just kind of bond with the animal. And then they're up for adoption. And once the dog gets rescued, they put a new dog in. So Charlie was dog number 42 to be in the program. And yeah, that is our story. So I basically went on vacation with no expectations, no plans to get a dog. And I came back with this then 10-year-old, now 17-year-old.
17 years old. He looks amazing. What is he up to these days? Because you guys are busy.
He is hosting adoption events. We have one in New York City for Pup Star Rescue. He is doing the most. And we're just really enjoying this book and just spreading awareness about how hotels can get involved with pet adoption. Because as you know, we have a big animal crisis. And seniors have a hard time getting rescued. And quite frankly, I'm biased, but they are the absolute best. So we're just doing our part and trying to get more doggies, like Charlie, adopted, and the joys it just brings. Plus, we're donating a portion of the proceeds from the book to local shelters and just trying to get as many hotels and people involved with pet adoption.
What a great concept, and so fun to get kids and families involved with the book. Were animals a passion for you before you met Charlie? Because you're so clearly devoted to this cause now.
I know, I'm so devoted. I rescued cats my whole life, and I always loved animals. I wanted to be a vet growing up, and then I just fell into a whole other industry. And I didn't really have time, I thought, or didn't know how it fit into my life. And so Charlie really changed that for me. And, he's obviously so portable. So we go on trips together. He interviews people with me. We do segments together. So we've really just fit into each other's lifestyle. And they say dogs find you. And honestly, he really found me. And now seeing just the benefits of, having an animal in your life, it's really changed my perspective, the mental health benefits. He does way more for me than I do for him. So that's sort of inspired a lot of this activism and also learning more about the industry. I was very naive to fostering, how people get involved. I didn't really understand the things that you kind of start to really discover once you have an animal in your life every day.
He's such a big part of your life. I saw a recent video of your beautiful wedding, and you walked down the aisle with Charlie in your arms. That was just amazing.
Thank you. That was actually my dad's idea, which was wonderful. So when I got there, he was like, I feel like you want Charlie as part of this. And I was like, do I ever? So
he's got to be there front and center. And I saw another major celebrity that Charlie was recently hanging out with was Christy Brinkley. Oh my goodness.
Oh, yes.
She fell for him.
She did an incredible campaign for Pet Life where they actually dressed up for senior rescues as, former cover shots she did to help get them rescued through Animal Haven. And they actually won a Shorty Award for this campaign. And Charlie being a senior, and she's just really like an activist as you get older, you still can look great, you still got it. So she was trying to bring that energy to, just that message of seniors real. And Charlie's obviously still got it. He's still running. So he got to be a part of the campaign and be with her. And they really just fell in love with each other.
That's fabulous. And 17-year-old Charlie, tell me about his most recent birthday party, because that's a pretty big deal too.
I mean, honestly, Charlie is such a rock star. We had 45 people show up. We just did a little waterfront. I pulled it together in a week. Axel and Ani was this amazing cake brand that does cakes in the size of, portraits of your pet. And he's in his gorgeous tux, as you can see. And we had dogs. We just had a great time. And it's just nice. We'd never really done a big birthday. And 17 felt like he really needed to be, cheered on and celebrated.
Worth a major celebration. I want to quickly ask you about his fairy godmother, Patricia Field, a great friend of yours we know as the renowned stylist and fashion designer. How do you guys know each other? Because I understand she was instrumental in saying, you've got to get this dog.
Yeah, so Patricia Field, such an icon, doing Sex and the City, Emily in Paris, Devil Wears Prada. She actually did my outfits for my wedding, so that was very special as well. And she has been in our life, in the fashion world. So we met about 15 years ago and had a very close friendship, as she does with my husband. So she was actually our wedding witness. And when we were on this trip to Palm Springs, as you know, we had no plans to get a dog. My husband didn't really think it made a lot of sense at the time to just, without a real conversation, and he did not look this good. And he was the longest running dog in this program.
Oh.
And, so that was part of it too. No applications, nobody wanted him. My heart broke. And Pat is very practical. The thing is, you want to ask her if she likes that top, if you like your partner, you like anything, she will give you a very direct answer. And she and my husband are very similar. And because he thought it was a little bit wild to just, fill this out, take the dog home, we called her as our kind of like, okay, whatever Pat says, because she's very practical. I was also traveling a lot at the time, in his defense. So she was our deal breaker. And I honestly thought she was going to be like, Lara, this is ridiculous. I sent pictures. I was like, listen, he's 10 years old. I know he looks really bad, but like, we can fix him and give him a great look. And I'm like really emotional about this. And she's like, Lara, what's the big deal? Get the dog. You can do it. It's not that big.
Get the dog, and here we are now.
And honestly, had she just been like, this is a crazy idea, as I often do have them, I would have definitely retreated. I was committed to like letting her be the proxy of, realistic, great advice. And she gave me great advice, because here you are, and she has a very close relationship with Charlie. So
I'm glad she gave you that advice.
Launch party.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us, Lara and Charlie. It was lovely talking with you both.
Thank you so much.
We'll have more about Charlie at the Palm Springs Hotel on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.